Hey guys, how you doing? Harlequin here, and I was itchy to get my hands on the new downloadable content available for the Space Marines, the Dark Angels custom army look, and so I figured I'd share that with all of you in case anyone else out there was considering getting it and trying it out. I would imagine mostly it appeals to Space Marine players, but it does look pretty awesome, so let's go ahead and just take a look at that. For starters, it's available on Steam, and for those of you who don't like spending more than $7.50 on anything, it is a steal for a mere $7.49 currently. I'm pretty price insensitive, so I don't really care what things cost usually, but I enjoyed it. I have no problem grabbing that. And let me set up a new game here and just kind of show you what it looks like. So there already was a Dark Angels paint scheme that was available for your army, and it was just kind of a standard, permutation of the various colors and all that. But once you get it, you'll see that I have a new Dark Angels DLC, and the most notable feature of this, of course, is that the Force Commander has totally new wireframe and everything. So he's got an awesome looking cloak. It's got the graphic on the back of it and all that, and he's wearing an awesome Dark Angels helmet, little logo on his shin pad and that sort of thing. Looks really nice, and they added a few new graphics to the rest of the army as well. Real quick, I'll click through and just kind of show you. For the most part, the Apothecary and the Tech Marine look the same. There's a few key differences though. They kind of changed one of the secondary colors to white. You'll notice, by the way, I don't know why I'm pointing these details out, but I was sitting here staring at it for a while. He has white around his shoulders and dark red in the center, and it did not have that in the original Dark Angels there. So a little bit of extra detail on the DLC version of that there. But let's go ahead and take a look at the army, because some of those units look pretty cool. So as I said, the Force Commander is definitely looking pretty sweet in his new garb, but obviously your average Tier 1 running crew is going to involve at least a bunch of Tactical Marines, and so you're not going to be let down. The Tactical Marines are my favorite addition here to this DLC. As you can see, the Sergeant here has got a nice little streak of gray in his hair, and he's got his bionic eye, but pretty much all the rest of these guys are just looking hooded and dark and menacing. You can see how they have, I really like how their robes are tied on there with little red cloth belts and stuff like that. So pretty much these guys just look awesome, and they're just going to make your Tier 1 army look pretty beefy if this is the kind of thing that you do as a Space Marine here. The Scouts, the Assault Marines, and the Terminators were also all listed as having been tweaked a little bit in terms of decals and things like that, so I figured we'll take a look. The Assault Marines are definitely my favorite, but let's take a close look here. We can see the Scouts here looking all menacing with their little face masks and goggles and whatnot, just kind of decaled up in the motif of the Dark Angels there a little bit. The Assault Marines, however, I really like. As you can see, they have this nice little face graphic going on there with the Dark Angel logo. Again, they have that really detailed Dark Angel logo on the left shoulder pad, and a few other little tweaks and things like that. The Terminators here look a little interesting because I think they pick up on the white aspect of the paint scheme. If you've ever used the custom army painter, I think they're borrowing from that a little bit, but you can see they've got like little shin graphics going on and just a bunch of other random logos that have been tweaked and just kind of made to fit the whole Dark Angel theme there. So all that stuff is looking pretty good too. And finally, just a quick look at the vehicles. Again, all the vehicles just kind of had decal changes and things like that. And once again, you can see that the Dreadnought and the Land Raider are kind of borrowing from the white aspect of that. But I'll just take a close look at all of these guys. You can see they've got some more symbols added to them and things like that that look pretty cool. The Predator in particular also has, symbol on the front. It's got some little extra decals and things like that, symbol on the rear. Looking pretty sweet there. And let's take a look over here. We can see the Rhino has got some more interesting looking kind of custom decals there. Repent right on the side of it. And moving on here to the Land Raider, just to give you a good quick overview of sort of what it looks like. Again, the color scheme looks a little odd on some of these units because they do pull from like the alternate palette. So it's got like the red version of the logos on the sides and all that. But I don't really mind having a Land Raider stand out, so that's looking pretty sweet. Anyhow, so that's just my quick little look at the Dark Angels DLC in case anyone was curious about that. Like I said, it is available on Steam right now. I thought it was a bargain, but of course, if you're a Space Marine player and you want a little bit of flair, it probably appeals to you. Or if you're just a general Warhammer 40,000 nut like I know a lot of people are, it's kind of cool to be able to play with the Dark Angels there. So anyhow, once again, I'm Harlequin, and I will see you guys next time.